Welcome back and thanks for joining us. My guest is Greg Young. He's the General Manager for Civilian at Unison. Greg, good to have you with us.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, Tom.
Procurement. It is something that is universal to every federal agency. It is something the government spends close to $1 trillion on every year, number rising. It is a big, challenging hairball, if you will, for government, and it's under a lot of stress and change right now. Tell us what you see in the scene.
Yeah, there are a lot of changes in federal. So, as you mentioned that, seeing a number of folks retire, a number of executive orders, in this administration, thinking about ways to drive consolidation, which is bringing change. So there are executive orders to, use commercial technology to try to help the federal procurement space. There are executive orders on consolidation, where we're seeing consolidation both inside of an agency, so at a bureau or at an institute going to headquarters, as well as common goods going to GSA. So that consolidation is a big change for federal procurement. All of that then, leading to less folks, less contracting officers, working the actual mission buys that you need to get done. So there's less folks in the contracting space. Hear a lot about AI these days and where AI can be part of that process. So using that as well to do, automated document generation. So you think about the process of where a statement of work can get done in minutes as opposed to days, and you can collaborate with the program office, on that statement. Get that drafted. You still probably want a human in the loop, in that process of that human reviewing that, but see a lot of those types of technology and advancements as part of the federal civilian acquisition.
And if you are using AI to do something like generate a statement of work and so forth, the training of that, the data to train that, the documents to train it, you probably already have in your possession.
It's real important though, right? Because it's got to be trusted, right? So the agency, wants to make sure that the AI that's generating that is sort of a trusted source. But that's where we generally will work with the agencies, one to train that, but then also having federal acquisition subject matter experts that really work with the AI, have it trained in ways that supports the acquisition business process, and then has data that either comes from previous statements of work across SAM and things that you can pull in there. Virtual acquisition office, lots of sources, but really having that data is important so that you have trusted sources of generating those statements of work.
And there are some things that are more open-ended, which maybe can also benefit from some of this artificial intelligence. One of the most important ones is research, market research, and vendor discovery. And this is kind of especially poignant now because the administration has come down so hard on the 10 biggies that everybody uses for everything. It's kind of like the hardware store. And so you might need fresh sources or more specific sources that are more mission related as opposed to these general big box vendors, you might call them. So talk about how that's a strategic end, not a routine end of things, but that can be maybe enhanced also.
So we have a market research solution that will go out and go to 30 different sources, of vendor databases to do that sourcing and sort of automate some of that sourcing to bring back potential bits of sourcing and potential vendors for the government to consider. There's also a tool that's not made for every procurement, but reverse auctions is another tool that we're seeing agencies use at the right time.
That's kind of came a few years ago and went out. Now it's back.
Yeah, well, it's part of the current FAR. So it's in the current FAR. With the revolutionary FAR overhaul, which is happening now.
We haven't seen the output quite yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Coming. We expect it either to still be included, or what they'll talk about is use innovative technologies or innovative ways of doing things in the acquisition process. And we've seen that reverse auctions can help, on the sourcing side, because you can have the agents that I was talking about, robotic process automation, help on the sourcing. You can have humans help on that sourcing. But we've seen where reverse auctions for the right purchases, commodities, even if there are GWACs and you're looking to buy IT, seeing where that negotiations and reverse auctions can still bring 10% cost savings. So, you've got cost savings.
Well, a reverse auction is pushing the price down to the government. Can AI also maybe help vendors find ways to cut costs so that they can reduce the price and everybody doesn't go broke?
Yeah, well, certainly that's on the vendor side to figure that out, but I'm sure they are, they are doing that. And, it's where I think there are vendors when they think about, they have, their maybe schedule price that's with GSA, but they even find that bit of competition gives them the opportunity to maybe put a best price forward in that reverse auction and win something that they wouldn't have otherwise.
And how receptive do you find agencies to some of these ideas in your daily encounters looking across the civilian to reverse auctions, to market research driven by AI?
They're really open to it. Right? So I think they are seeing, where it can help them. It can help them do more with less, and really still get all of the buying that they need to get done for their agency with potentially a smaller workforce. So, really looking to where AI can help them or other types of